got just the concoction.
Zone passive. Sets crystal zone start of battle if anyone else in party has crystal personality. Sets enhanced crystal zone if all 4 frontline has crystal personality. Crystal zone. Works for all elements AF-wise. Overall, the best damage increase if you are hitting weakness with elements. Alchemic high state. The key part of her kit, each state activation lasts 2 turns. Stays in guard mode while this state is active. Alma enters state start of battle. If starting from back row, she enters state the second turn. Once state expires, can re-enter state by performing moves. Moves used when state is active doesn't count. Lunatic plus activation counts as 5 moves. Copy lunatic moves also count, so 1 move in copy lunatic counts as 2 moves. Needs increasing number of moves as state use increased. Beyond first 2 state activations, it gets increasingly impractical to reactivate. Refraction bullet. AoE attack and activates counter attack for herself. Also gives party type resistance buff and taunts enemies. Counter attack. High damage counter attack when in state. Also recovers % of party HP and MP for every counter attack. When hit by enemy AoE in state, counter attacks 4 times. When lunatic copy is activated, this counter attacks 8 times against AoE. Counter attacks do not use up move-based buffs. Like type attack and barrier pierce are not used up, but still in effect when counter attacking. Luster glare. Main spam skill with buff and elemental break set. Does not change Alma's element, only the elemental break changes. Brain record. Changes Alma to element boss is weak to. Does not change element if boss has no elemental weakness. Stellar skill. Gives a select target or character to the right link. Also cleanses target, gives barrier pierce and removes debuffs. In burst, the normal effect applies to the whole party. Also restores full party HP MP and revives all dead members in burst. How essential is her stellar awakening? Nice to have for increased damage, but not essential. This is her on weakness DPS set, which is her usual role. As a tank, may want to give her some status resistance and speed, because her kind of tanking doesn't care about equipment resistance. Alma and Thilly Lily ES are the core of Crystal teams. The last 2 members are pretty flexible. You will prefer a character with resistance shred, like say Yuna for example. Yuna here can also provide defense when Alma has cooldown. For the last slot, can include a character that has attack again for longer AF or maybe give +1 hit or link to Alma. My opinions on Alma. Tank and DPS that exploits enemies' weakness. Can change attacks to match enemy elemental weakness. Able to deal high damage on any enemy with weakness or exposed weakness. Her tanking is great, as guard is basically unkillable. But note that guard is weak to status attacks like stun or confuse, etc. Combining her guard and counter attack, you have a DPS that can potentially output ridiculous amount of damage on enemies while also being unkillable. Her DPS output depends on how you control the battle. Like making sure Alma is in state with counter attack when enemies do AoE. Her flaw being that state only lasts 2 turns, so you have to plan for cooldowns even though you can reactivate it. When used right, no enemy should survive long enough. If not used right, she can at least ensure the party being unkillable for a few turns. Not actually on banner right now, although she is in the general pool. This review was done on request. If you have some character you would like reviewed, please leave it in the comments and I may do them when I find the time.